So this is how I set up my iPhone so it actually doesn't ruin my life. And you might be thinking, wow, that's a bit dramatic. But working from home, having to discipline yourself to not scroll on social media all day and laugh at funny ass memes on Instagram, TikTok, and then watch like hour-long YouTube videos, and then probably fall asleep from being tired of just draining your battery from watching and consuming content. Controlling your phone is probably the most important thing you can do, and setting it up in the right way is actually also important. So how I start is, instead of having multiple screens of apps, I try and stick to one page. Now when I download new apps, it starts a new page, but I rarely ever go on that. And what I do is I just remove all the apps. You can hold them down and just remove them off your home screen, so it goes in your app library. So if you swipe all the way to the right, you'll see all your apps in one single place. But that's not the most important thing that I do to actually, you know, save my life from my phone. I've downloaded multiple screen time saving apps. I'm not sure what you want to call them. So Apple's got one natively, but it's just very limiting. Like, you can't set multiple schedules. It's very easy to bypass the screen limit. So like, if you set a screen limit on Apple, you can literally bypass it by pressing like 2 taps and then you're back into the app. But I've downloaded Opal, which I started with, and it's very good. There's a free and paid version, and you can set up like multiple work slots. So what I did is I set one up for like 10 p.m. all the way till like 6, and then from 8 till about 12 I'm doing deep work in the morning, where I'm just pure focus, blocked off social media. But then I changed to Jomo just because it was recommended to me. The app looked better, it was a bit cheaper as well, and it done the exact same thing. So now I've got one major time scheduled block from Monday to Friday. In fact, I think it's Monday to Thursday and then on Sunday, because I give myself some leeway on the weekend. So I've set it up from 10 p.m. all the way to 11 a.m. where all my social media apps are blocked. But to get inside of them, I have to put like a reason. The only issue is I found I could put literally any reason. I can't put like one word, I can't leave it blank, but I can just put like 2 random letters. And what I started to do is, because I constantly check YouTube Studio like an addict, I just started to put YT for like short for YouTube, and it just lets me open the apps. You can choose how long you have your break for. So previously I had like 5 minutes all the way up to 30 minutes. I've cut that down now to 5 minutes to 15. I was gonna make it to 10, but which I might do soon. But I've made it 5 to 15 because even though when I'm doing deep work, I sometimes take like a 5-minute break every 30 minutes or every hour. And even though you're not meant to scroll on your phone during that break, sometimes I check up on messages just in case someone's messaged me and so on. The only apps I do leave available is WhatsApp, iMessage, and Safari, in case I need to search for anything on the internet on my phone. Anyone sends me a message on like WhatsApp, because sometimes there's business on there, or just iMessage. But most of the time, no one really messages me, which is kind of sad. So once I got all that in place, the next thing I actually do is set up a big widget at the top of my screen, and it's going to be your calendar app. My calendar app at the moment is Notion. I'm kind of going back to Google Calendar because I realized that's just the OG, and really and truly my Notion is linked to my Google Calendar anyway. But you just set a big widget of your calendar so you can see what's actually next to do, and then you just basically organize your day that way. And whenever you open your phone, you're gonna have one screen that's gonna have a big ass widget at the top, and it's gonna tell you, hey, you're meant to be doing deep work right now, or hey, your deep work's finished, hit the gym, or read a book, whatever you've got scheduled for that day. And like from then, it's really up to you if you actually follow through with it. But like, it's literally telling you what to do. So if you don't do it, that's on you, especially when you've got social media blocked. So yeah. Oh, and the last thing that I do to set up my iPhone so it doesn't destroy my life is I set up focus modes. So you can set focus modes on iPhones, and you can select who can call you during this time. It's like do not disturb but customized. You can select who can call you during this time, what app notifications you can receive. What I tend to do is I just slap it on, allow select people to call me just in case they need to get through to me. But other than that, it just stops all my notifications from coming through. And it's the notifications that really get you. Like, I've noticed as soon as 11 a.m. hits and I get Instagram notifications, my mind just starts popping off. I look at my phone, unlock my phone, and then 15 minutes are just gone because I've replied to a message, I've scrolled a few, and it just becomes a flipping habit. So getting rid of the notifications really do help, and allowing select people to like message you and call you does help as well, because it's not like you're neglecting people or you're trying to ignore people. So yeah, that's probably a huge factor. JOMO, focus mode, and just having one screen. Now that being said, depending on like what you do for work, your screen time is still gonna vary. And the one thing I like about JOMO, it only counts screen time for when you're actually using your phone. So let's say you accidentally leave your phone unlocked on the home screen, and for some reason your screen doesn't like time out after like a minute, it stays on forever. It's not gonna count that time, only when you're actively using your phone. But depending on what you do for a job, your screen time is still going to vary. Like if you work from home, you still might have a massive screen time, considering that you probably work from home using a laptop and your phone might be involved. For me, I'm a creator, so a lot of the times I have to airdrop stuff from my phone to my laptop or my MacBook to my phone and so on. But yeah, that's how I set up my phone so it doesn't destroy my life. And also probably having a good lock screen might help you as well. But try these tips out and let me know how it goes.